This is the Open Diapason number 3 from the Great Organ from St Mary's Church in Portsea, where we're doing a full restoration of the organ, particularly in terms of the tonal aspects of the organ, which has been altered over the years. In 1965 by Walkers, I think there was a feeling that they wanted to try and get a fresher sound on some stops, particularly this Open Diapason number 3. The Open 2 and the Open 1 are prodigious scales, very, very loud. The Open 1's like the Queen Mary coming in, and we decided that we had to try and get this integral sort of 3 diapason sound, this tonal massing, back to where we wanted it to be. What Walkers had done was open the tip holes up, and I'll show you. This is middle C, and we've actually coned them back in to where they want to be. The pipe will basically normally tell you what it wants to do, and it's been the case here. So we've coned them in, and we've also reinstated. We haven't sort of beveled the tip hole like we would do with a new pipe. This is the style that Walkers used, and so we sort of returned that. And all the pipes have been coned back in, so that we've got a starting point. They're quite sort of fluty, as you can see. The cut-up is high. The mouths aren't terribly wide, but the cut-up in relation to the mouth width is really, really sort of high. I mean, if this was on less wind, it would most definitely sound like a flute rather than a principal. We've also found some anomalies, whereas here there are 2 pipes that have been added. This says F principal, and then it's been written over here G open, and then here we've got 46 mix and A sharp. Now it says G sharp open. So there's been, and the cut-ups, as you can see here, are all completely different. This is much lower. That's a little bit higher than this one, and then that's the actual cut-up of the of the normal pipe. So it's had a bit of a journey, this poor old girl. So we're trying to bring it all sort of back in line. So rather than sounding like a principal, because it was overblown, it sounds much more like a gentle diapason, which is what we've got here. So still quite a big sound. It's on 5 inches of wind, so this is the sort of the start of the journey of the principal chorus. Like I said, the Open 2 is much bigger. The Open 2 is balanced to the principal, so that the equivalent note of middle C, the principal, this is the principal pipe, this is the pitch pipe, and that's the Open 3 equivalent. Oh no, it's not that one. So it's quite a bit softer. There's a bit more edge on this sound. The cut-up is lower on this. We've also reverted to the original pitch of the organ, and there was a lot of experimenting to do here. And an actual, we came to the conclusion that the pitch was around 447, 448, in that sort of ballpark, at 62 degrees. And actually, when we cleaned and repaired the pitch pipe and rounded it all back out, the pitch pipe has actually given us the original pitch back. Which is exactly as the conclusion that we came to. The pitch has actually told us that. So there'll be more videos as the project goes on, but we thought it'd be interesting to show you the process that we're going through to restore the sound of this historic and beautiful organ.